Collector, here to show off stuff and chat with you. Cult of Collector, movies and more is what we do. Cult of Collector, sit back and relax, here comes the show. Cult of Collector, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
And we're back for another week. We're going to have a Western theme tonight, gentlemen. We are Laurenless tonight. She had an appointment run long and is not going to be able to hop on tonight, but that's okay. The dudes will suffice. I'm going to be a little sad that I don't get to play my Look What I Got Lauren game, but whatever. We'll do it next week.
Oh, no.
Here's our guest tonight, Mr. Gino Cuddy. Welcome in. We're going to do a Western theme in your honor. We hear that you are quite the Western man. So I think Mike maybe got one new thing. John got one new thing. I didn't get anything this week. If we just want to knock those out real quick, gentlemen, and then we'll hop right into this episode and get to know Gino a little more.
Sounds good.
Mike, you want to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, I need to do something real quick. I'm sorry about that.
You're good.
Oh, no, you're fine. Okay, this... I don't even know if this is out on the streets yet, but I had pre-ordered it from... Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sold out like... Oh, man, it sold out real quick. So I ordered it, got it quick. I got it like quicker than I thought. And everything. They announced it, it sold out, and then next thing I know, I got it. But I got the 4K of The Great Silence.
There you go.
And, that's pretty nice.
That's a nice looking box. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The art's
Gino, so
yeah, the art's really nice on this one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in over top of him.
You're fine, John.
Well, hopefully Gino he'll be back at some point. He's having real bad internet issues, so we'll see what happens here.
Anyways, it's got a booklet, and I watched it. It's pretty good. It's got a pretty good transfer. I mean, the Blu-ray that this is kind of based on that was out before it looked really good. So, which is this one?
I'm sorry,
right
I didn't follow you, Mike. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you got this one by, I think, what is it? Film Movement did it.
Yeah, I have that one, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, the 50th anniversary. So basically, that's what this is. With the same extras. I don't think there's anything new just to transfer. I think there might be one new item on there. I didn't go through the extras yet. I just watched the movie. But it's got really nice artwork. The case has a lot of art on it. It's got a pretty big booklet. But then previously there was the Eureka edition of it that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Spanish release. Yeah,
it's got the slip cover and everything, but it's got different stuff because it's Eureka. But basically the new one is based on Film Movement's previous Blu-ray and stuff. So I got that. I couldn't believe it sold out so quick.
That's pretty impressive. I've been noticing a lot of Westerns. Like I know like Arrow did those 3 Clint Eastwoods.
Oh yeah.
They were gone. I was so mad. I could have sworn I purchased those.
I got them. I was going to show them tonight. I was going to show them because those things went out quick too. I had to
I know.
Literally be fast on the trigger to order it. So
yeah. I think I had them in my cart. I remember I went to the Arrow site and I had them in my cart, and I guess something just came up and I just went to do something, forgot all about them. In my head, I hit purchase. So everybody started getting theirs and showing them off. I was like, wait a minute. And I went back and I was like, no, never ordered it. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's what I do too. It's kind of like the Amazon thing or eBay. You kind of put it in your cart and be like, yeah, I'll get that a couple weeks or something. I don't know. And then before you know it, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So.
And just to update you guys and everybody in the chat, Gino is trying his best to come back. Actually, I just messaged him to suggest maybe just use your phone tonight instead of trying on the computer. Maybe he'll get a better signal. if he just uses his phone. So hopefully he'll hop back in the backstage and John can bring him up when he's back. But we'll be watching for him. We were working on it backstage before the show, hoping it would work. But I guess
I'm
not.
seeing all your comments there. I'm just trying to. I'll start putting them up on screen here, and I just was kind of waiting to see if Gino, because some of them are to him and things like that. So
Yeah, definitely.
we're seeing all your comments. We'll get them up there, and we'll get
them up there as soon as Gino pops in.
Yeah.
But yeah, John, you said you got something. I know you got something badass. I'm kind of jealous. I didn't purchase this. I'm holding out hope for something though, but I'm very.
I had no idea about that one. I just saw the picture of it.
I don't think anybody knew how big it was going to be. I started seeing people show it in hand, and I was like, "Damn!"
Well, like I said in my TikTok video, I usually don't buy things like this, but this is like a top 20 movie for me. So, and I've really been wanting to see the 4K because I've always been kind of disappointed in the Blu-ray transfer. I don't know, like some of my favorite films, the Blu-ray transfers are always disappointing, but this 4K transfer, I will say right off, is fantastic on both the movies. They're great.
Oh, nice.
It just adds just a slightly more of a dimension to the movie that just was lacking with the Blu-ray. Really, I guess kind of made me feel almost like seeing it in the theater again, but this is that.
It's just so ridiculously big.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and take it out of this. It's got a big outer slip, plastic slip. I guess a dust cover, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, you probably gotta go to the full screen for that one, man. It won't fit in there. So
Yeah. I better do that. So
that's what she said.
Yeah.
If I can get it on here, and
whoa,
there we go.
Oh, it's got like a lenticular.
Yeah.
It goes volume 2 to volume 1.
Oh wow.
And the picture on the back's not lenticular, but it's it's just amazing. I said that 100 times in the video. I said, this is amazing.
Oh wow. That's like, is that bigger than like 8x10? It's like a little bit
yeah, I don't know the exact.
It looks about the size of that. That it looks like the same size they did for that Never Ending Story box that I got. That thing's
and this, you pull it out.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Is that based on the Lionsgate one? Because I got that 4K from Lionsgate when it came out last year.
Yes, it is Lionsgate.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's Lionsgate. Sorry, what's the other one? And what's it? Imprint. Excuse me, my bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like Imprint / Lionsgate. I don't know who's, but you got that on this side.
Oh wow. That's very nice.
Let me try to hold this stuff in here, but then
Oh, that's cool.
I think I forgot to show that off in my video.
Oh man,
Or may not even paid attention to it.
Cult of Collective exclusive right here.
Yeah. That was just a J card that went on the back, but it's actually pretty heavy duty.
Were those numbered at all? Was it on that J card? Was there a number anywhere?
I don't see one.
Okay.
It had to be, man. That's huge.
Oh no, it is numbered. No, that I'm thinking of the set I got from you, the Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
No, these aren't numbered, as far as I can tell. It's it's Imprint, Via Vision, and Lionsgate.
Yeah.
And you get that's with that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'll try to go through this quickly. I don't want to be on all night, but here's like this inner booklet. It comes. At first, I thought I had two of them, where one was yellow. I thought there was a red and a yellow, but there's just a yellow. But it's just a book of photography. Excuse me, I keep missing where it's so big. I can't, and I've got to keep the microphone close. So. There's some of these images are really good inside here.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for like the true fan, diehard fan of the movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even want to ask how much it was. I would say it's pretty expensive, I would say. But
yeah, it was literally like It was like a well, not a last second buy, but it was like an impulse buy that I should. It was it's high, but it also comes with these. It's just straight up like photographic paper. Then they give you just a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not. Well, it's technically not photograph, but it's high quality printed paper.
Yeah, looks like 8x10 glossies.
Yeah, like these. I said on that video that you could frame some of these and actually hang them on your walls. So I'll try to get through this. Boring, but this one was really cool. I like this shot a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the colors and everything is just perfect.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I'll just show them all to you since I showed that one, but that's a good one as well. They're all good.
Was it Pie Me? I can't think.
Yeah. Yeah. And this last, so that is the photographs. And then it comes with four full-size posters. And I don't have to, I won't, I can't even open these up because they're literally the full size. I can only probably get just a little bit of them. But I won't go through all these. I don't want to be here all night doing this. Oh, Gino's back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to let you finish for I let you know.
Yeah, sorry, Gino.
Backstage again.
I was showing off my thing here. And
hey, no, I apologize for my horrible computer connection with this.
You're good, buddy.
But yeah, I'm all upset. These things, it's just big for this space. But you can see just like,
oh wow,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, you get four different ones.
Yeah,
I won't open them all back, but
yeah, I
Yes,
saw you
David.
had a thing of David Carradine who's in that film. I have a friend who actually worked with David Carradine on a little production. It was the introduction to the film Nosferatu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because he introduced it, the typo negative version of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Back in the day.
That's cool.
yeah.
that's real neat.
I remember that.
Oh,
I'd have to say that's the biggest poster I've ever seen in a set.
but on the very bottom, I just have them laid out. I think I'm gonna keep them like it. Here's the actual box.
Nice.
Boxes for the 4Ks
Mhm.
and I like that they did do kind of new artwork for the discs.
Yeah.
For the 4K discs, that's 4K. The other ones I think are similar to the Blu-rays. Even though I don't think that I said on my video, I don't think this one is the same as the normal Blu-ray set. I think that was a little bit different.
There
Same.
might be some different extras on there since it's the Australian release of it.
Yeah,
Not to pry, but how much did that set you back?
a lot.
Pretty penny.
$200.
Wow.
I bet
That's still not bad though.
50 of that was probably shipping.
No, I got it through Amazon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Now this is one of the posters, this artwork. And this one, I don't know if I'm sorry it's glaring so much. I'm trying to. There we go. I'm setting it up. But yeah, that poster. I don't know if that was a United States release poster or that's a foreign release like Chinese or Japanese release. I don't know.
Well, didn't they just recently do the whole bloody affair?
Yes.
Kill Bill, whole bloody that extended cut thing. Or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
they released that in the theaters, and we are going to get a physical media copy of that from Lionsgate. They announced that officially, finally, like I think last week.
Well, see, I have a bootleg of the Japanese cut, and it's put together, and I don't know if it's longer though. That's the only thing but it's supposed to be the Japanese cut, and it's a bootleg. It looks real good though, but I wonder if it's the same.
I don't know, maybe I went to the theater and saw it when they did the re-release of the Whole Bloody Affair. It was cool. I mean, it was. Thank God there was an intermission, but it was good.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I got to go to Nashville and see the Hateful Eight when they did the road show of
Oh yeah,
Hateful Eight, and they had an intermission and all that. It was pretty cool.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think I
Anyway,
know I didn't get anything. That was the one thing Mike and the one thing John had. So we can just dive into this Western night. So Gino, welcome. It's good to have you on. You being here shows the chat that all you gotta do is chime in and we'll invite you on. So you were in our chat in a previous episode and started talking and we had you come on over. So it's good to have you. How are you doing this evening?
Doing a lot better now that I'm using the cell phone instead of my laptop.
You're coming crystal clear now, buddy. You look better, you sound better, everything's great now.
Thank you. I'm doing all right for the most part. As far as something that I got recently, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to chime in here.
Absolutely.
But something that I got recently, it's not something new or anything, but it's the War Gods collection from Retro Media and Image Entertainment. And I got this purely for one film. And if I could get it out, this is making for a great live television here.
I have those all the time. You just got to shake the hell out of them.
Well, I'll just show because the cover's on the back. I got it.
There you go.
Purely for the Magic Voyage of Sinbad, which I've been on a bit of a Sinbad movie kick lately, and as of yesterday, I was able to secure enough funds. I think I see because I'm on the cell phone and I could see very small, like little thumbnails, but I believe I see Malcolm is watching. Hello, Malcolm. Because I recognize his profile picture. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm on a Sinbad film kick. And so they're on their way to me from all the way in the UK. And, but for now, for a placeholder, I'll show my wonderful VHS editions of the Ray Harryhausen Sinbad film.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful.
Yeah. Because I just watched this for the first time on this tape because these are the only editions I have for these. Sorry, everybody. I'm an old man. I haven't updated. You know,
heck no. There's no shame in VHS.
So I finally watched Seventh Voyage for the first time, and I fell in love with it. Being a fan of the Sinbad the Sailor stories as a kid, and just recently having reread them, you know, big Sinbad kick that I'm on. So yeah, I had to pick this up just for Magic Voyage, which technically isn't really a Sinbad film. It was really a Russian film, like a Russian opera that was redubbed in America into a Sinbad film, but it still works as a Sinbad film, I think.
Nice.
Beautiful motion picture, even though, and I do have to say, Mystery Science Theater 3000 did take a stab at that film, but I will say that I don't think it deserved the riffing that it received from them.
I'm a big fan of Mystery Science Theater, but not. But they have done a couple of good movies too.
Nor did the film that, because I now follow John and Jody on Instagram. Been following Mike for a while, of course. But I recently saw, John, that you received a really nice figure of the Metalutin mutants from This Island Earth.
Yeah.
And that was really, really nice. And I love that film, not only because it's a great science fiction classic, but also because I've made it my life's mission to see every film that stars the beautiful Faith D'Amour.
There you go.
And speaking of, because that was a NECA figure, and being that I had already mentioned it earlier, I do have these.
I love me some NECA figures, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The two Nosferatu figures, the black and white and the color version.
I've seen the color one. I don't think I've seen the black and white yet.
Yeah, the black and white one, I think it's still on the website. The only difference is it comes with him in the cloak that he delivers Hutter in when he's riding the carriage to the castle there. But other than that, it's pretty much the same figure. But I had to have both of them as a fan of Nosferatu. Plus, I also had the Super 7 figure right in the living room. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, had to have that. Had to have these, being a lifelong Nosferatu fan. It was the first silent film I ever saw. Back when I was a very impressionable 13-year-old.
That's the perfect
Yeah.
time to see that.
Yeah, that's probably when I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's highly detailed. It looks really cool.
It does.
Yeah, it has another head with it. The damaged head after it gets hit over the head and it's bleeding.
Yeah. NECA figures are great. Like, the only ones that I have are these Nosferatu ones, but just from seeing the Nosferatu figures, I think they are like head and shoulders above like any other figure maker today, really. You know? It would
really
be
are.
nice. It would be nice to see if like WWE or whatever could get a contract with them, because gosh darn it, I've said this all my life that I don't think they've ever perfected an Andre the Giant action figure. They just can't get his look right. And I think if anybody's going to do that justice, if anybody's going to do like the WWE Legends justice, I think it would be NECA. I would love if they were to partner up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big back in the day. I was a big McFarlane figure collector. Back when we did like Movie Maniacs and
Sideshow collectibles, that type deal.
Yeah, but like now, I feel like McFarlane's kind of like, I don't know. I comparatively, I think NECA's kind of one upped them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, NECA's really nice. And
Yeah, I just got lucky.
I didn't get very McFarlane's back then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just got lucky and found that I was at Myers one day, and I was actually looking for some screen cleaner for my TV, and they're like the section where they have those kind of toys, or is in like their media area for some reason. And
yeah, it's the same
at
Walmart.
Like, you got to be kidding me! It was like
a NECA figures. I mean, I'm a
NECA.
novice when it comes to toy collecting, but I didn't know NECA sold their stuff in stores. I thought that they were purely like you order online and you get it that way.
Oh no, they've got a distribution with Walmart and Target.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't they put out a King Kong?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of the Universal, monster ones. I think I got those. Most of them at Target, Dracula and Phantom of the Opera or something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, Gino. I don't know a lot. I know you and Mike have been, I believe, a little bit of buddy for a while. But fill us all in. Tell us about your background and all the fun stuff.
All right. Well, I'm a film historian. I'm also a writer. I've written numerous movie reviews and articles. Actually, it's a small world because I couldn't help but notice on Instagram that John, our captain here, he actually follows my old alma mater, Cinema Crazed.
Nice.
I've written for them in the past with a column called Western Wednesdays before I moved on to my own blog, which I write sporadically for, and I know I should write more, but my ADHD doesn't permit that, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. I'm also a television personality and producer. I produce at the public access level. I produce two programs. One is currently in production. It's called Sunset Cuddy Six Gun Theater, which is basically a program where I host and discuss vintage silent and B westerns from the silent era, the 30s, 40s, and into the 50s. That's going to be starting production soon. But I'm also going to be starting up another program called Cartooning with Cuddy, where I show people how to draw cartoons, because that's also a passion of mine. And given that our network is, it has a heavy emphasis on political and religious themed programs, you got variety is the spice of life. And I figured that, I'd share my passion for the arts with the people of this rather desolate cultural wasteland that I call Middletown, Connecticut. So yeah, film historian, film writer, critic, television producer and personality. I'm also a film archivist. I've archived like over 100 plus films and feature films and shorts and stuff online on a channel called Gino's House of Rare Films. And I am currently, speaking of Westerns, and we're going to get into it, I'm currently working with my friend Eric Grayson, who is probably most well known for restoring a lost Boris Karloff serial called King of the Congo. I'm going to be working with him on a Blu-ray of the William S. Hart film Tumbleweeds, which recently celebrated its 100th anniversary.
Oh, nice.
So as far as genres of films that I love, people primarily know me as the Westerns guy, and I don't mind that. I don't mind being known as the Westerns guy, as I'm sure Mike doesn't mind being known as the Westerns guy. It's just something that, we have a deep-seated passion for.
We're not gonna have a East Coast, West Coast kind of thing, are we? Like rap, like who's the better known for Westerns?
So since I'm the more rotund of the two of us, Mike, I guess I'm the Biggie Smalls and you're the Tupac Shakur.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing.
I'll just stay in the back seat this time.
Well, I think Gino's location. I won't say where it is, but I think it's more of a north versus south.
yeah, it might be something like that. It's kind of like.
Which
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
which I understand. Thinking about it, now it is really bizarre that a city slicker such as myself, being from this part of the world and this part of the country specifically, is really into these Westerns. Like, I really think I should have been born and raised on a farm, with some of these interests that I have. So I actually brought out a whole bunch of stuff to show.
Heck yeah.
So let's start at the very beginning of cinema with probably my favorite of the silent Western superstars. And now that I'm thinking about this guy, I also do a podcast. I'm also a podcaster.
Oh, nice.
I do the Heart to Heart William S. Hart podcast with my friends Clive Davis and Nick Sheehan, and that is released monthly. And speaking of William S. Hart, he was.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, sorry, Gino. I was going to say it's on Spotify actually, and it's really good, especially if you're following.
I have to check that out for sure.
Yeah, if you're following that William S. Hart's career, it's kind of a cool checklist. You can they're kind of running down the line of them. Some of them are lost, completely gone, so they can just talk about it. But then, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You can catch it on Spotify. That's where at least that's where I catch it.
Yeah, that real old stuff. If it's got lucky, it's to survive fires and things like that. There's been tons of things lost from warehouse fires and storage facility fires in Los Angeles and other places. Yeah.
And we must also bring up the dirty little fact and the 1,000-pound elephant in the room that there's a lot of film archives out there that are gatekeeping this material and just choose not to release it.
I'm sure.
Which is why people like me step in, and I'm like, I'm the torch carrier here. And, I think that by keeping this stuff locked up in vaults, you're doing a disservice not only to the stars and producers of the film, but also to film history by denying people the chance to see these films. I think if my motto is, and has always been, and that's why I started the Gino's House of Rare Films YouTube channel. And that motto is if it was originally meant for public consumption, it should stay within the public consciousness. It shouldn't, be locked away in like some cabinet in some like cabinet somewhere, or where no eyes ever get to see it again. So
dirty basement somewhere. Like they pass on, and like if they're lucky, the stuff
Yeah.
that we donated to like a museum, like
Gino, before we
college.
get showing stuff off here, I apologize. I'm gonna kind of go through some of these comments and things.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing the chat's been rattling off the whole time.
I apologize to
We can
everybody.
catch up with them real quick.
I don't like to interrupt when we have guests.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I can't even see the comments because
I
the
don't like to interrupt with bringing up the chat.
It's the same way on my screen. The comments kind of go away, but John can bring them up bigger.
Yeah. Some of them just comment. Some when they have question marks, I try to look at them. So making King of Comedy 2. Somebody's making a. Hang on a second. Let me catch. Oh, here we go. Spoilers for Kill Bill. That's funny. Helen thanks. Yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Acres of Movies. That's Stacy, I believe. Favorite thriller of 2020. Okay, she's asking what her favorite thriller of the 2020. We will probably not talk about that too much this evening. We're doing westerns, so. But any other time, we'll be happy to answer.
Stacy always comes in here with the hard questions. Yeah. She loves casting questions.
Spoilers for Kill Bill.
Check out some hardcore ones.
Oh, did I already get that one? Let's see. Would you like a Villeneuve to reboot Hemlock Grove? I don't know that.
Told you.
Yep, that's her kind of forte. She also did Making a King of Comedy 2. Another one by her. I'll see what she says on this one. Make Pulp Fiction, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny prequel. Wins all Emmys. Yeah, see, I'm just not into all the reboots and remakes and stuff, and that'll never happen because it's Tarantino.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever do that.
No,
probably not, unless you got desperate.
All right, let's see here. Mike, what's the transfer like on the 4K of The Great Silence compared to the Eureka Blu-ray?
It's pretty good. It's a little sharper. I mean, it wasn't like a big super restoration of it. You know what I mean? I think they did maybe an upgrading of it. However, they're doing those digital transfers and stuff. But I've heard some different comments on other people, but I try not to listen to other people, but to me, it looks really good. It looks sharp. I mean, the Blu-ray looks really good too. So, so if you end up not getting it, it's like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's not that bad for her, if that makes sense. I don't know. When I go in to look at 4K, sometimes I miss stuff that other people nitpick over. And it's like, you know what I mean? I look for certain things, I don't want it to be over, what do you call it? Over DNR'd and just stuff like that. And it looks pretty balanced with grain and, and everything. And I don't know if that helped or not, Mike, but I'll have to tell you more about it later. I'll look at it. I need to look at the old one and see. Yeah. Another day.
Do you like bad girls?
Hey, that's a personal question.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Anime only. Yes.
What's your favorite cover art for a comedy? Ooh, we're gonna dip back into VHS territory with
Since it's a Western, not just let's just say Blazing Saddles.
There you go. We're gonna change your question.
I mean, you guys don't have to compromise your show just for my sake. I mean,
no, you're good. You're good.
I know. But there's some people we just.
No, Stacy always asks some great questions. She loves asking questions.
Yeah.
She loves doing casting. It's fun. I know she popped in on a show that John was out for, so it was literally just me and Lauren, and I had never operated this on a solo. And then Stacy hopped in here and entertained the hell out of me and Lauren the whole time. So
yeah, anybody can jump in. Then who wants?
Yeah, it's a little mixture. Yeah, I think we get off the subject sometimes a little bit, and it kind of comes back. It comes back around and stuff.
Yeah, and we don't mean any disrespect. We like playing around with the audience too. So
yeah, of course.
What was I getting? Oh yeah, I was thinking another comedy Western is Paleface and Son of Paleface. Bob, is it Bob?
Oh yeah, Bob Hope and the Vivacious Jane Russell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really like that first one, and plus it's just really beautiful Technicolors. It's really nice, and funny. It's actually really funny.
Now, I don't know how true this is. I really don't know. I mean, I'm bringing up Jane Russell here. I don't know how true this is, but it fits the bill of what he would say. Um, Jane Russell, there's a little known RKO film that she did with Groucho Marx and Frank Sinatra called Double Dynamite. And, you know, it was originally going to be called It's Only Money. But Groucho Marx said, how can you have a film with Jane Russell and not call it Double Dynamite?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was an easy one for that. I think it was just she was kind of exaggerated almost. She almost looked like a cartoon back in the day. I don't know. It's like Howard Hughes is famous for designing that look for her. If you know what I mean. The bra.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is actually a good question here for, for any of us, but definitely for Mike and Gino. Favorite times where a Western character brandishes the gun and not necessarily fires it.
Ooh. See, Stacy asked some good questions.
That is a good question. Oh my gosh. I've never given that any thought.
Yeah, that's like a question you have to have in your head when you go to watch a bunch of movies. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I watch a lot of.
I don't have a good answer for you. I am so sorry. Like, if I'm being put on the spot like that, I really do not have a good enough answer for that. Mike, do you have a good answer for that?
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, I've been catching up on some Gunsmoke, the old Western show, and that happens a lot. Like, because Matt, the Marshall, Matt Dillon, the lead character. A lot of times he'll talk somebody out of that. They might want to try to get into a face off, and he can kind of calm them down sometimes. So I've seen that happen a lot where they'll draw and something will work out and not necessarily have to fire at each other. So I mean that comes to my mind, but yeah, I mean you see it happen a lot sometimes.
Okay. The Bad Girls was a 1994 Western starring Mary Stuart Masterson and Madeline Stowe. I don't think I've seen that one.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I think I've seen it, but I don't remember it as well.
Well, apologize, Stacy, about that, because that was just a movie I wasn't familiar with. I haven't seen everything. I don't know.
Yeah, the only Mary Stuart Masterson movie I ever saw was Benny and June. Even though I find her quite fetching, I've never, I actually just have never sat down to see her in like some kind of Wonderful, or I do have another movie of hers. I think it's called Immediate Family, and I think Glenn Close is in that. It's from the 80s. It's like a teen drama or something where she's like a teen mom or something, and she's forced to give up her baby or something, but then she wants her baby back from Glenn Close and her husband or something. I think that's the plot of the movie. Really interesting movie. It's on like an 80s teen drama collection that I have from Mill Creek Entertainment over there somewhere.
I looked on Amazon on Blu-ray. It's going for $210.
Oh God!
And there's no 4K available. So, or you can get the DVD for $24.
Stick with DVD.
Yeah, I just don't like all these sequels and stuff, because they've been doing a bad job and reboots. Do you guys know that they're making The Burbs into a television show?
Shut up.
Yeah, and
Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds?
No, The Burbs.
The Burbs.
Oh, The Burbs. Like, how are you going to make Alfred Hitchcock into The Birds into the TV show?
It's like we want Walking Dead, but with birds. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's not always been my favorite Alfred Hitchcock either.
Yeah.
So, getting. I don't know if you want to go through.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Back into it. Yeah, and we'll catch up later with this stuff.
But
your messages, though. Yeah.
Probably the first. I mean, there was Bronco Billy Anderson before him, who starred in a bunch of short films, but probably for my money, the first and greatest Western superstar was this guy right here, William S. Hart. And this is my DVD copy from Alpha Video, aka oldies.com, of Hell's Hinges. And this is a wonderful film. Basically, what this film is about, it's about a sort of a ne'er-do-well pastor who's not very good at his job, who is sent out to a sin-ridden Western town to bring a law and religion to the town. But unfortunately, William S. Hart plays a sort of an outlaw who doesn't want religion to be brought to Hell's Hinges. At least that's until he meets the sister of the pastor, and then he winds up joining on their side, and there's a whole bunch of things that happen in the movie, but and I don't want to spoil it for you because I do want you to see this. It is a masterful piece of cinema, but the ending is very apocalyptic for a 1916 film. Like he brings about he let's just say the movie figuratively and literally burned the house down. I'll just say that. So yeah, I do a podcast with William S. Hart, and I'm wearing a William S. Hart T-shirt right now.
Nice.
And I sell this is a shirt you can own actually. I have a TeePublic store based around my Six Gun Theater television program. So if you go on TeePublic and search up Six Gun Theater, you'll likely find the T-shirts that I sell there on TeePublic. So yeah. And then from William S. Hart, there came a gentleman by the name of Tom Mix, who was rather revolutionary in the field of cowboys because he brought a flashier presence and a more action-laden presence to the Western stage, whereas William S. Hart's films primarily were morality plays where William S. Hart portrayed a no-good character who turns good either by religion or a beautiful girl or both. And but Tom Mix's films sort of eschewed that and just relied on action and stunts and great camera photography. And one of his best films, or at least one of Tom Mix's best surviving films, is a film called Sky High. And this is my 2K restoration Blu-ray of it that was put out by my friend Ben Medell of Undercrank Productions. It was produced in association with Lobster Films, the National Library of Congress. And this is a great edition to have, probably the best edition of this film out there. And Sky High is a great film, a little misguided in its racial politics, probably these days.
Right.
But you know, it is a wonderful film, and it's, I think, one of the earliest films to feature cinematography of the Grand Canyon. So it's worth seeing just for that aerial photography of the Grand Canyon.
Wasn't his horse like kind of famous too? He had a famous horse, wasn't it Tony or something?
Tony, yes. See, Mike knows his history.
Well, like I know a little bit, but his horse was almost as famous as he was, or something back then.
Like Trigger.
Yeah, like Trigger and stuff. He was like the first famous horse, you know.
And of course, from there we get other screen cowboys. Two of my other favorite cowboys from the silent era that actually wound up making the successful transition into the sound era was a fellow by the name of Hoot Gibson. This is Hoot Gibson, and this is my Grapevine Video Blu-ray 2K restoration of the film Chip of the Flying U, which was a Universal Jewel. And Universal Jewels were basically higher echelon films that Universal put out with where they pulled out all the stops. And Hoot Gibson was a rodeo star, and he was different from the pack in that he, well, not traditionally a handsome cowboy, he did nevertheless he did nevertheless do a lot of great fighting, a lot of great stunt work. And one thing that he did was he put a lot of comedy into his films. Like one of my favorite Hoot Gibson films is a film called The Hard Hombre from 1931. It's an Allied Pictures joint that M.H. Hoffman put out. And basically what that film's about is Hoot Gibson plays Peaceful Patton, a peaceful character who's sent to work on a senorita's ranch, and the senorita being played by who was purportedly one of Hitler's favorite actresses, Lena Basquette. And so he goes to work for her ranch, and in order to be taken seriously by all of the other ranchmen that surround the area, he takes on the identity of a lookalike outlaw by the name of the Hard Hombre, and it's a really great, funny movie. They're a great cast too. If you really know your film history, like blink and you'll miss her. You'll find the Biograph girl. Her name is escaping me now. Jeez, now I'm being put on the spot and I'm forgetting her name. But you'll find her easily. The Biograph girl, the very first female superstar of the movies. And she's in it. Lena Basquette, of course, who was at one time Mrs. Jack Warner of Warner Brothers. She was in it. So yeah, Hoot Gibson, another one of my favorites. And my other favorite of the silent and early sound era is a gentleman by the name of Ken Maynard. And Ken Maynard was born in Vevey, Indiana. And he, was probably, aside from Tom Mix, the first guy to have like a horse you knew by name. Tom Mix's horse was Tony, so Ken Maynard's horse was Tarzan. Of course, adapted from the popular Edgar Rice Burroughs stories. Or wait a minute. Yeah, Edgar Rice Burroughs. I think that's Edgar Rice Burroughs. Yeah, I was thinking in my brain, is that Edgar Rice Burroughs or Rudyard Kipling? No, it's Edgar Rice Burroughs. I had it right the first time.
Stay Gino, this is wild. I'm like, man, you are an encyclopedia of like this stuff. And I'm telling you, man, you've got to write a book, man, get all this stuff down, because there's a lot to it. There's a lot of people that,
Yeah, I really like hearing this era of especially Westerns, because there's some era of silent movies that I've watched, but not a lot of silent Westerns. So this is very interesting. I'd like to pick up some of those copies you have too. When you have a chance one of these days, you might send me a link where I can find some of those archives.
Oh, of course. I'm always more than happy to send links to people like you. I'm always more than happy to have companies like Grapevine Video and Alpha Video and my friend Ben Medell get more business, because I think that, well, people like to take pot, I got to, go on my soapbox here for just a brief minute here and just say, well, people and cinephiles like, these rather elitist cinephiles like to take pot shots at Alpha Video for their picture quality. I gotta say that many times they're the only people putting out these movies. Like this copy of Hell's Hinges, aside from one other DVD, this is the only copy you'll find of this film on a digital media platform. Like it's not on Blu-ray, it's not on 4K or 2K or any sort of a K, So it's like, Alpha Video, they're the champions. Them, Grapevine Video, Sinister Cinema, who I also have some DVDs from. Big tip of the hat to Greg Luce over there, who's been running that company for nigh on 40 years, I think, at this point.
Oh, well. Yeah, it's been around forever.
And, of course, there's a few cowboys that everybody knows. And those cowboys, of course, are the good old Roy Rogers, who this is actually a DVD set of some choice select films from Roy's library of films, where he, Dale, Evans, his wife, and oftentimes guys like Pat Buttram and Gene Autry introduced these films. So it's really a great DVD set to have. And some of these films are in color. And of course, Roy is one of my favorite cowboy stars. Didn't initially start out as one of my favorites, though, but he eventually grew to become one of my favorites over time. And he and Dale were like the Western version of like a Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Like they were the Western silver screen power couple of their day.
Wasn't he like the first guy to like wear like flashy outfits and stuff? Like kind of like how the rodeo people were back then, like flashier color stuff, or is that somebody else I'm thinking?
That was more or less Tom Mix, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but Roy wore his fair share of great flashy outfits in the movies as well as this guy did. Now, this DVD set admittedly isn't the best representation of his stuff, but I don't really have any of this guy's stuff in better quality. But Gene Autry, you know, and of course everybody knows, or at least should know, Gene Autry, at least now, for putting it back up on screen there.
There we go.
Everybody should know Gene Autry for his powerful rendition of the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which of course we just passed Christmas by not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, he's pretty well known for just his music, you know. So.
Yeah, but he was a great Western star with him and Champion. His horse was Champion. And another cowboy star that I must highlight. Oh, well, then of course there's to round the great trio of singing cowboys. Not that there weren't thousands of others. I mean, there was like Dick Ferran, there was James Newell, Smith Ballou. There was a whole bunch of singing cowboys. But the three most popular were Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, and the next guy that I'm going to show, who was Tex Ritter.
Oh, yeah.
Who, you know, is probably most well known now for a couple of things. First, for I believe he sang the theme song to the Gary Cooper Western High Noon. And also, he is the father of actor John Ritter from such famous programs as Three's Company, and of course, playing Clifford the Big Red Dog, as everybody from my generation remembers him. And yes, the Problem Child movies, which the less said about those, the better, even though I do kind of enjoy them as a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
But
I always like Problem Child. I do have this set, this Gene Autry set.
Oh, that's beautiful. You do have that. That is nice. Yeah, those are the restored editions too, I believe.
Yeah. Robin Hood of the Texas, Wagon Team, Sioux City, Sioux, and Blue Canadian Rockies.
Nice.
Yeah, looks like there's at least 4 volumes of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, he did a lot of TV. He had like a long running TV show, I thought.
Yeah, and he had a TV production company. I believe his I believe his TV production company, which I believe was Flying A Productions, produced stuff like The Range Rider with Jock Mahoney, if you've ever seen that. You ever seen that, Mike? That seems like something you probably would have seen.
No, it doesn't ring a bell. I know I've heard of Jock Mahoney though, but I haven't.
Yeah, but Range
maybe
Rider,
it's from later movies I've seen.
And another popular silver screen cowboy that I love, and a release that I really, really have to shout out and give special praise to, is this current crop of Hopalong Cassidy volumes. This is a great set of films from Classic Flicks, who has really been, banging it out of the park with their releases lately. Like they're coming out with a set of Famous Studios cartoons, completely digitally restored and remastered from Paramount Pictures archives. So I'm looking forward to pre-ordering that when it ordering that when it comes out.
That's nice.
But
is that a Blu-ray or DVD?
This is Blu-ray, actually. And
also, Gino, their Laurel and Hardy stuff that company's put out recently.
Oh yeah,
those are really nice. They did restorations of Laurel and Hardy's stuff, and it looks really good. I picked up those.
So
but that's a big improvement. That Hopalong Cassidy over the previous set.
Yeah,
that's a nightmare trying to go through it and find out what's on what disc, and it's crazy. It's got all his movies, but they're all mixed up. It's
right.
It was bad on the producer's part, whoever put it out.
Well, that was Echo Bridge, and does Echo Bridge ever put 100% effort into things that they put out?
Generally not. No.
I mean, again, got to be grateful that they put it out, which I am. Yes, I am, but they could have done a much better job of the package. And speaking of packages,
they don't look half bad, but yeah, the packaging's horrible.
Yeah, so this package comes with two audio commentaries, one by my friend Ed Hulse on Hopalong Cassidy, the first film. The second audio commentary is by Toby Rohn on Bar 20 Rides Again. There's a mini documentary called William Boyd Becoming Hopalong Cassidy. There's a there's a newsreel called Hopalong and Hoppyland, which is basically newsreel footage taken at Hopalong Cassidy's short-lived theme park, which is called Hoppyland. There's the Eagles Brood original theatrical trailer. There's bonus reels and an image gallery. Great Blu-ray set. And I'm happy to report that they are coming out with a volume 2 of these. So be on the lookout for that from Classic Flicks. If you're at all interested in this era of Western, be on the lookout for Hopalong Cassidy, the Legacy Collection Volume 2. That should be hopefully coming out
that's
this
nice.
year or next year.
Yeah, that's the kind of sets I like picking up. Those.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I forgot what I was talking about or thinking about there, but yeah, I mean, there's so many people, and especially there's stuff like Hopalong Cassidy. A lot of people may know the name.
Yeah.
You know, he's a little more famous, sort of, so to speak, of the classic cowboy people. But yeah, some nice sets like that one's coming out, and but they're slow to come out and everything. And
now, a lot of this stuff is hard to come by because a lot of it hasn't been released. So I don't know, John and Jody, if this is frowned upon here, but I do have a gray market release of probably one of my favorite cowboy.
Nothing's frowned on.
You're fine.
So here's a collection of Sunset Carson Westerns. Now, Sunset Carson was a popular Western star at Republic Pictures, who, of course, made the Roy Rogers films, the Wild Bill Elliott, and Alan Rocky Lane Red Rider films, and a bunch of others. Gene Autry's films, or a lot of his films were made at Republic. Well, Sunset Carson was a really tall drink of water, I believe at 6'5", and he made some of the most action-laden B-Westerns you'd ever want to see. Like, there's probably my favorite film of his, and probably my favorite B-Western of all time, and a film I could watch any day of the week, is a film called Santa Fe Saddlemates from 1945, where basically, you know, the action starts, like, even before the plot happens. Like, he gets into 3 fist fights within the very first minute before the plot even gets underway. And it's so full of action, and great music, and just, it's so brilliantly well made. And you also get the beautiful eye candy of Miss Linda Sterling, who was known as the Queen of the Serials because she was in like the Tiger Woman. She was also the only woman to ever play a female Zorro on film. You know, just a lot of great factoids about her. And so, because I'm such a big fan of Sunset Carson, I have sort of over the years collected a bunch of autographed memorabilia.
Oh, nice.
Of the man. Like, here's a lobby card with him and Linda Sterling, a nice autograph picture right there.
No.
Just a whole bunch of stuff, you know, and now my God, DVD's falling. But yeah, I got a coloring book in here.
Is that like some kind of Japanese? Is that like a Japanese advertising, that Toyota over there, or was that somebody else? Seeing Toyota at the bottom of one of your pictures there.
Let me see. No, that was Sunset advertising that. The Trailblazer color book, as you saw right here.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunset.
What was that for?
That's interesting. Yeah.
That was for a club that he ran called the Sunset Carson fan club, or the Sunset Kit Carson fan club, excuse me. And he was a great straight shooter as well. He would perform for kings and monarchs all over the world and do charity shows. And he is the reason why I do Six Gun Theater, because in the 1980s, he ran a television program called Six Gun Heroes, where he hosted a bunch of old B-Westerns from the 1930s and 40s and such. And that directly inspired what I do now. at Sunset Cuddy, and that's why I call myself Sunset Cuddy, is because of him. And I even stole his theme song, which is now, since I've been doing it so long, is now basically my theme song. I don't know if you'd necessarily call that cultural appropriation, but there you go. But you know, but
I picked up this set. I don't know if anybody got this. This is the Definitive Western TV, the Definitive TV Western collection. It says
with the wooden box.
Episodes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I have that, and I love that set to death.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's one of those sets like this, so it's got that. It's just those little sleeves, and it's not bad. I think these are. Yeah, they're all individual flipper discs, we call them.
Yeah,
but that's cool that you have stuff like that all together. Is pretty awesome. Regardless.
Yeah, that's what
and this scrapbook that I'm starting to build over here, the scrapbook that I'm building of Sunset Carson and a bunch of other things that I have related to him. My plan is, and I don't know if my family will adhere to my wishes when I, pardon me, pass away, but my plans with this stuff are to have it go to his family, like either his daughter or you know, his nephews or whatever. When I pass away, I want that stuff to go to his family, so that they can have it in their collection.
Nice.
Because I don't know how much of, you know, his stuff that they even have, you know, so. But
yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice to be able to pass it along to somebody like my collection. I don't know. Like I was just thinking a while back that I had a kidney transplant, and you know, before all that, you know, you kind of have to think about that if in case you don't get one, and you have to think, you know, what you want to do. And I was like, I kept thinking about it. I was like, if it gets to the point where I'm not going to make it, which I was far off from that, but I was like, well, I'm just going to give it to Mike, all my stuff to Mike.
Hang on, wait a minute.
Hey.
Now
thank you, John.
Yeah, I mean, well, John,
my
if you
wife
don't
would
mind
kill me,
asking,
though.
you got a house or an apartment?
I live here with my parents. They got a big house here, and it's 2 stories. I live upstairs. So,
well, you could convert it into maybe a video store.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go. I like. Where
I don't have to worry
that.
about so much now, but
well, John,
though,
if anything happens to me,
no offense, Jody, or nothing. It's just at that time we weren't doing the show or nothing, so I'd have to split it up, I guess. No.
Yeah.
I think I'm the closest to you, so I'll beat everybody there, and I'll just go through it. And get what I want.
Mike's a little closer. Mike's a little closer. He's in town area.
Yeah, I'd have to go south. Well, yeah, I always think like
you're only like an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah, I always think that area is like below us when it's actually
you don't have to fight over it. I can split it up.
Yeah,
we better start putting names with Post-its on it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to make a pact. Whoever dies, we have to send just massive stuff to each.
Well, y'all just be ready. My wife's already told me if I die, everything's 50 cents. So get ready, y'all. Shit.
Yeah, that's the reason. If my parents had to sell this off, they'd get ripped off so hard.
Yeah, they would get lowballed. People who don't know this territory would get so lowballed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, you're probably going to get. You're going to lose your ass on it no matter what. But you're. That's why I don't have any interest, because in the early days I probably sold a few things. So like around here they have these places called Half Price Books and stuff, and they're probably the best about paying you. And they just don't pay anything. I haven't even tried to sell anything in over a decade probably, and it's probably nothing now. They probably give you a quarter for a Blu-ray or something.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, I've done it, and I've just really just put it back in. I'll find something and just kind of use it as in store. It's lightening my load. Sometimes I have to, sell off some doubles.
The last thing I sold to him, Mike, was I had the Star Trek, the Next Generation Blu-ray sets. I think I had like I think it was there's 7 seasons altogether. So I had 6 of them, and before the last one come out, I bought this like it's more like a European. It's all together. It's just like one of these box set releases of it. So I took them over. I ended up selling. I didn't get anything. I got like $40 for those, and just got. And I for some stupid reason I took it. I don't know why. I was like, fuck it. I didn't need the money. I just And that's the last thing. That's the last time I sold anything.
John.
Yeah, like 10 years
John,
ago, you could go to like.
Demonetized.
I was gonna say you could go to FYE or somewhere like 10 or 12 years ago, and they used to give you pretty decent, but I think it's lessening year by year.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I had a spare copy of the Marx Brothers DVD set of the MGM films, and they were like, that set's at least worth $20. They were only going to be giving me like what, $5 or $10 for it, maybe. Like it's unreal.
Yeah. I guess eBay's your best choice, but it sells slower that way. But
would you guys, for just a few minutes, carefully kind of run through some of these comments and stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to pick up where we were here. Thanks.
Somewhere around City Slickers 3. That's all I remember.
Trying to figure it out here. So, yeah, somebody said top 5 Randolph Scott Westerns. So I haven't got to that yet. Mine are probably those Bud Bedecker ones. Those are some great Randolph Scott, and Ride the High Country is another great Randolph Scott movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, going back to his earlier career, that might be better answered by Gino, because I know maybe a couple, but I'm not real versed when you get past the 40s. The 50s really get in the 40s. Even though I love those eras, but because I know like film noir in 40s and other movies 30s, for some reason I've never dove into westerns, even though I really like westerns. I just never dove heavy into like 40s, 30s, and 40s westerns that much.
Yeah. Well, like me, like I always thought like mine for the longest time started at like 1939, like Stagecoach, and then kind of went up. Yeah. But I've slowly been discovering more and more stuff, which is really cool, from 30s and on, down, 20s and on.
Well, there's nothing like having your mind blown by like a silent movie. It's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I never thought about it until I got the John Ford this big box set, and it had some of his silent on there.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was like the Iron Horse he did and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
I think this is around where we were. Which Zane Grey Western stories you want to see as movies? Zane Grey. Okay.
Yeah, Zane Grey was like kind of like what do you call it? Like a Louis L'Amour, or somebody that wrote like I guess they call
like
them
pulp comics or something like that.
Yeah, like
pulp books, something.
Yeah, books and stuff. And they were really popular, and they turned a lot of movies in from the books and stuff. Gene might have hit the wrong button there. When Django drags a coffin in the opening of the film. I might have missed something up here. We may have been talking about something else. No, there was City Slickers 3, so I'm right where I should be. I don't know what we were talking about. I don't know if it was about I apologize. That's the only problem with getting behind that's the only thing I'm not good at managing, is because I'm getting used to actually. I think we stopped at the Zane Grey question. I think that's
it's because my audio dropped for whatever reason on this phone. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Okay, I don't know where we were there. Okay, have you read the Western comic Kim Parker, and would it be a good movie? I have not read that personally.
Yeah, I'm not a big comics guy, surprisingly. I mean, my scope of comics goes to, like, let me just say this, and this is going to sound so incredibly lame, and give me 40 lashings and 40 whippings if you wish, but like I am not interested in like superhero comics. I'm not interested in like action comics. You know what I read? Uncle freaking Scrooge. You know?
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
am so lame.
That's all right. Yeah, I've read some comics in the past. I haven't read many lately, but as far as I don't read a ton. I read every now and then. I'll read a manga, but I'm more of a on screen kind of person. Or I read regular books. You know, I've never been a comic person per se, even though I've read a small amount, but I'm in no way an expert.
Yeah, I try to read books, and I'll start on them, and I'll put them down and end up buying another one, like biographies and stuff like that. And I'm bad about that, but
Oh, I brought something here. I thought maybe Gino, and I don't know if I won't get in trouble for showing this on TV. But I brought something that it's interesting. It's an item that's, I was just thinking it's 125 years old, but this is a 1901 Colt peacemaker.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, we
Oh, wow.
might get flagged. We might get flagged.
Well, he's already demonetized for dropping the F-bomb earlier, so.
Well, I'm
it's
not
really a
doing
water
it
pistol.
anyways. Hang on a second. Let me get rid of
It's
this.
just a water pistol.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not in great shape. But it's actually a WCT. It's a special gun, and my dad had it, and he don't know how he got it. He used to own a Napa auto parts store, and sometimes people would trade him stuff for, you know, if they owed money for parts or something they put on. And he don't know if my grandfather got this somehow, but
It looks like it's in pretty decent shape, though. It looks.
it's
from
it
here.
is mechanically it's all right. It's hard to tell, but somebody tried to chrome it and not nickel. Nickel's technically what you use to get the chrome finish, but they actually chromed it. It's really rough, and it's barely illegal because you can only barely make out the numbers right here. It's got 3 numbers here, and it don't have any more serial numbers on it at all. But I took it to a gun store, and but you can barely see. I don't know if it's original handles. It's got eagles on the handles. The gun is definitely a W. You can barely make it out here.
Yeah.
Now this is WCF, excuse me. My bad. Hadn't looked at it in a while, but it's a 4440. It's not a 45. And that, you know, the significance of a 4440, Gino?
You know, as much as a Western fan as I am, I'm not really a gun enthusiast. So go ahead, tell me.
The 4440, you could do this with a 45. So I don't know what was significant about the 4440, but they made this to pair up with back in the day, they made it to pair up with a, now the 4440 goes back to the the Old West days too, but it's made to be paired up with a repeater rifle, and it allowed you to carry a 4440 pistol and a 4440 repeating rifle, and you only had to carry one gun belt, and you only had to carry one type of ammo, so you didn't have to have like 45 45 long coat for your pistol and something different for your rifle. Yeah. Of course, those early repeating rifles were, they were a pistol round, they weren't like a rifle round. And even though I'm sure you could probably get it like a 30-30 at some point back in the day.
Yeah.
But
they said the Winchester rifle won the West. That was their motto, like the gun that won the West, so.
Do you know I'm kind of curious to know if that gun is even still in action. Like, when was the last time it was fired? Do you know? Or like,
I fired it several years. It's probably been about 10 years ago when I first got it. I bought some ammo for it, and it fires fine. I don't want to shoot it much just because of its age, and The thing is I have a 45 AU Birdie, a replica Colt, which the AU Birdie is an Italian company, but they make they have like the exact blueprints and patents from Colt, and they make exact replicas.
Mhm.
And the reason I don't want to shoot that one is it's a little dangerous because it's not for me, but it's dangerous in the regards of a modern single action gun, the modern, like a Colt or something. If you buy a new gun, like when you put it in the half cock position, it pulls a piece of metal up in between the firing pin or a place where the hammer would fall in case it falls in while you're trying to load it when it goes off. And that gun doesn't have that. It's just like if the action is kind of loose in between that. So if you touch the trigger on accident and the hammer drops in half cock, it could fire on you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
yeah. I guess you would say I've seen that in movies, like old westerns or something, and like they'll be like, oh, and they drop it and they shoot themselves or something. So that's probably.
Other than that, the single actions are pretty safe. That's why you could twirl it, because once it's when the hammer's down, it's not going to go off. You can, it's not like a double action revolver where you pull the trigger and it pulls the hammer and drops it. Once you have to manually pull a single action with your between each shot. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting, but I don't know if it's one of those things I debate if I would really want to get it like maybe restored, or if it would just completely destroy the value of it, because it's already been destroyed by whoever tried to chrome it. It's still probably worth, I don't know, it's probably worth $500 or something. I don't know. It might be worth more. It's not worth a ton of money like you would think, but but it'd be nice to have it nickeled. It'd have it stripped and nickeled and completely went through by an expert and completely rebuilt correctly. It'd be nice to do that.
Yeah,
but sometimes we do it.
That something might cost more than what it might end up being worth. Yeah.
It might be like worth 1,000 or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'm into interest in selling it. It's not like $100,000 gun or something stupid like that. It's nothing like that. I'm sure there's guns of that era that are worth that are really good shape. And now the type of gun being the rarity, but it's just so rough. It's not worth, because one of my old friends I grew up with, his dad actually, he works at like an antique firearms place. And that's who I took it to. And then they got looking at it. Oh, I think this gun's illegal. And then he looked on the bottom and seen the 3 numbers. He said, yeah, this is barely legal. It's because you usually have 2 sets of serial numbers on them. You have one on the front. Looks like one side's been filed off. Looks like somebody, you couldn't see it in there, but it's got scratches where the other serial number would be. And looks like that might be why they chromed it to chrome over where they had done that. So that could have been somebody could have been murdered with that gun. Who knows?
He just towed around a crime scene gun.
Yeah, John, you should take it to like a gun when they have the gun shows up in. I know Louisville at the Expo Center. They do that a lot.
Yeah, but no, I won't. You shouldn't get flagged if people shoot guns on YouTube. I don't know about Instagram or nothing. I don't know what their rules are. We haven't been turned off yet, so. No, but I'm not monetized on YouTube, so it don't matter if I got flagged or not.
Dinged or anything.
Yeah. But yeah, people have guns where they demonstrate guns and stuff. What I'd like to have is I have a 30-30. I have a 30-30 Henry repeating rifle. What I'd like to have is like the old Steve McQueen style gun from. Is that from? I always forget. Is it Have Gun Will Travel, or is it which one? I always
Wanted Dead or Alive.
Lost Dead or Alive, where he had the short barreled rifle.
Oh yeah.
Because Henry sells those. They make those guns with the big loop on it, like the big loop, and it's the short barreled rifle, almost like a pit. It's like a
Oh yeah, the Rifleman had a similar one like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But but they sell one that's they sell like the traditional like 45s and stuff. But they have a 44 Magnum version. I'd love to have that one. A little bit more to it than a 45. But
Yeah,
I just don't. I'm just not a big gun nut. I have some, but I'm just not. It's one of those things. I go out and shoot it a couple times, and then I just put it up and have it. Which is fine with guns. They're kind of retain their value to some degree, but I'm just not a go out and shoot all the time kind of person. I'm not a great shot, but I'm not a great shot, but I'm, as she says in Kill Bill, it said, well, I always say, at 6 feet, I'm a surgeon, So
yeah, I mean, ammo costs so much. It's after a while, you're like shooting them off, and you're like, oh man, let's buy more ammo.
All right, let's. What else were you wanting to talk about, Gino? I'm sorry, I got going on about that. I did want you to see. I wanted to show you that because that's an interesting gun, and
yeah, I'm anxious to see how big this stack that Gino's made for us tonight has been.
Does anybody? Because I have a big stack of stuff. I don't know if we wanting to kind of show stuff off and just talk about it a little bit. Like, I don't.
We definitely can.
I just like stuff that. There was one I was wanting to. There's a couple here that I wanted to. There was that Randolph Scott. One of the Randolph Scott sets I have. This is like 12 movies of his, but there was one I was wanting to ask.
Yeah, I had a couple of Kinos I picked up.
Oh, I see it there.
I might show those later.
Oh, this one. Where did I not pick it up? There it is. But this one here has I've talked about it before, but it probably has the most disturbing off-scene torture scenes that ever was in a movie. That's disturbing, the final product of it. You don't really see it happening, but this is Duel at Diablo.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So, yes, yeah, James Gardner.
Yeah, Sidney Poitier. Sorry about that. Yeah, but this has Dennis. What's his Dennis Weaver? Yeah,
oh,
Dennis
yeah,
Weaver. Yeah. The rich Dennis Weaver. With so many people, when you talk about Gunsmoke, they do not know Dennis Weaver. They always know
James Arness.
Yeah, no, they know him, but as far as deputy, the deputy goes, everybody knows what's it second?
Chester, and then the second one, Festus.
Yeah, Festus. Everybody knows Festus, but nobody knows Chester, and Chester's the original on there for the first, I don't know how many seasons, 5 or 6 at least, isn't he?
I think he was on there for like 8 or 9, 8 seasons, I think it was.
Yeah, everybody knows him, but Dennis Weaver on it, he's like a kind of a wife. He's like a wife beater. He didn't like he left his wife, but he's just an asshole in the movie. His character is just like a complete asshole. And eventually they get into a big fight. The gun, but they eventually get into a big the gun battle at the end, and he gets captured by the Indians. And off screen, he gets tortured. What they do to him is the Indians tie him up to there's like kind of overturned wagon. They tie him up to this wagon wheel, and they turn him upside down and light a fire under his head and burn him from like head.
Oh God, yeah.
And and that like they don't, you don't see it obviously, but at the end they finally walk up on him, and you can kind of see him. I think he's kind of in shadow, and he's just saying, "Kill me, kill me." And
that's pretty rough. Yeah,
it's a good movie, but the whole movie's really good, but that's just like the most disturbing, like off screen.
So that makes at least 2 movies where Dennis Weaver plays a wife beater, because there's at least one TV movie I know where he plays like an abusive husband to none other than Sally Struthers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. That's weird. And I was just talking with a friend about Dennis Weaver the other night, talking about some of the weird stuff that he did in his career. I mean, everybody, of course, knows him from Duel, which is a great movie. And, I think it's arguably Spielberg's best film. But then there's stuff like there was a TV movie he made where he's like high on cocaine. Like there's a lot of weird stuff he did.
Oh yeah, he was in John, you might know this one, or everybody might know Touch of Evil.
Oh yeah, the Orson Welles film.
Yeah.
He plays that weird like the hotel guy and stuff, and it really is. It's like, wow, you wouldn't think.
Well, I have this TV show over here somewhere. Is in the other room. McCloud, is that the name of it? McCloud?
Yes.
Yeah. McCloud,
yeah. He did a lot of stuff, but I always find it funny because everybody I talk to who like tons of people just have watched Gunsmoke and Syndication, and Gunsmoke's one of these shows that it's like I have that whole big box set of it up there, and it's like one of those, to me, like a lot of old television shows, I can watch them in doses, but like try to binge all of it. There's so many episodes, and there's so many that are similar, they kind of got a similar feel to them. So I can watch them, even though Gunsmoke's a great show, but a lot of old TV shows, if you've seen one, you've kind of seen most of them a lot of the times, Yeah. And I love old TV shows, but back in the day, they made so many episodes. It's like, but so many people see it. They don't remember Dennis Weaver. They don't remember the first ones. I don't know if they just repeat a lot of the Festus ones or not. I just don't know. There's one after Festus too, and in there one later on that he leaves too, doesn't he? Or is he there to the end?
Yeah, I think he was pretty much there till the end.
Yeah, I can't remember so many of them.
There was a younger guy. He was on there for like 3 seasons, and even Burt Reynolds was on there briefly.
Burt Reynolds is on like 2 or 3 seasons, isn't he? He's not a super regular, but he's on quite a few episodes.
Yeah, he's like the blacksmith of the town, and he's like half Native American, so he gets a lot of shit for that. But the town's
they play up the Native American stuff a lot at the very beginning. Then he kind of it's kind of like the Scarlet Witch in the cinematic the MCU. She starts out with the accent, the Russian accent, and then it just disappears later.
Yeah, they were like, "This is awful."
Yeah. He's got like really good English by some point in the show. Wow, you sound very, very well spoken.
This is another one I like a whole lot. Johnny Guitar.
Johnny Guitar.
It's considered a Western noir with Joan Crawford too, but it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I mean, she's kind of out of her element in that movie, which kind of makes it kind of interesting.
This is
and then she goes and does Frog.
Yeah.
Trog.
But this is another oddball one I've got. This is actually a Japanese Western. Technically it's a sukiyaki Western, Django, but it's called Sukiyaki Western Django. It's like a Japanese Western of their telling of the Django. So it's pretty good.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to ask my friend Clive and Nick if they've seen that, because they're big into Asian cinema, as is our friend Malcolm, who I hope is still in chat.
There's that one, John. Have you seen The Good, the Bad, and something? I think it's a Korean Western.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, it's called The Good, the Bad, and something else. And it's pretty wild. Yeah.
But what else here? Sorry. If there's anything you want to talk about, just jump on in, because this is probably my favorite like contemporary Western. That something's come out of a recent. Bone Tomahawk is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like how it's the you don't know if they're exactly Indians or aliens or who they are. It's kind of got some kind of weird supernatural kind of thing going on. It's really interesting.
I think they're just Indians, but they're like a very they're this like a very removed tribe that just hates white people completely, and just
Well, they had that weird thing where they, with their throat, like they talk. I don't know. They make that sound.
you might be right though. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I've never have figured out. I've watched it 2-3 times. It's like,
couple of. This is one of my favorite. What would be considered a modern was I say contemporary Western for one. I just meant like just one of made. But this will be more considered a modern day or contemporary, but like Bad Day at Black Rock. I love this, but it's like set in modern time, more modern times, and what's considered a Western. Ballad of Cable Hogue's kind of the same way. It still it took place in the 1800s, but like at the tail end of the 1800s, where there was some automobiles and things like that.
yeah. That was Sam Peckinpah said that was his favorite of his movies.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. That's one thing we've never got is a really definitive Peckinpah box set of something. I don't know if I can't remember if his movies are with different studios or he's one studio. That's probably the issue with it, but yeah.
Hey guys, I might have to leave. My wife has broken down on the road.
Okay.
I've got to call AAA or something. She's trying it and it's not working.
We're not too far out anyway, so if you need to leave, go ahead.
Yeah, because they're wanting me to call, so I was like, I can't do both. So I apologize. Well, thanks for being on, Gino and Joe.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sort of head for the hills too. Actually, we could cut this for tonight. Yeah, because my phone is literally at like 10%. So.
Okay.
Oh no. Well, quick before you go, do a quick rundown real quick so everybody knows where to find you. All the things you're doing and everything. Any socials you want to hype up or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I should probably have a link tree just like you guys do, but that's something I have to get on. But you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/official Gino Cuddy. That is GenoCuddy. You can find me on Twitter at official Gino C. You can find me on Instagram at official Gino Cuddy. You could find my numerous YouTube channels. There's one with my name, just Gino Cuddy. Then there's Gino's House of Rare Films, and there's other channels. There's the Heart to Heart William S. Hart podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio Podcasts, and YouTube Music. There's also my TeePublic store, where Six Gun Theater, where you could find Western T-shirts, and my blog, which is blazingjustice.blogspot.com. And I think that about does it. I can't think of too many more platforms that I have.
Sounds like you got them all covered.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah. Well, awesome, buddy. I appreciate you coming by tonight. This was awesome.
I'll see you guys too.
Yeah,
sorry, I gotta run.
Go with your wife, for goodness sake.
Okay. See you guys.
See you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Come on anytime you want to too. Yeah.
We definitely appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you being in the chat in the previous show and hitting us up. This was fun to have you. This was educational for me. I like Westerns, but my Westerns are like, I mean, with like the 90s and sooner. I'm sad about my Westerns, but so this was definitely a fun educational experience for me. Really cool stuff you showed off tonight. Really appreciate it. And everybody in the chat or watching this later, go check him out. Everything he just said, I hope you were writing it down because he is everywhere, it sounds like. Yeah. And so yeah, again, appreciate it so much for coming by, buddy.
Yeah, if you want to hang out for a while.
Well, it was nice joining you guys, and I always look and let's do this again sometime. Hopefully Lauren will show up, and
we'll have to get her.
Maybe we could talk some horror westerns or something.
Oh, yeah,
maybe
cool.
tie it into her interest a little bit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I gotta get this phone charged. But yeah, it was great coming in. Great talking movies with you guys, and yeah, if anyone wants to get in touch with me, get in touch with me via those methods. Thank you guys so much, and have yourselves a great night.
You too, buddy.
Well, if you want to, we can kind of run through these. I apologize.
Yeah, go ahead,
we
man.
didn't get to answer questions from everybody. When we have a guest on, this is my own person. I like to let them talk, and
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
just don't. It's the hard thing about the chat and not being monetized is I don't really like super chats, but I can understand when you have a lot of chats coming in, how it makes it easier to go through them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I can see why when you have a huge 1,000 people in your audience, why it's necessary to have super chats, because I'm obviously we don't have anything near that, but we had a lot of chats, and I highly appreciate it. I love getting the chats, but I apologize for getting behind on your chats and questions, things like that. I just like
No, this
when
was
we have an
definitely.
interesting guest. I like listening.
Yeah.
to them
Yeah.
talk.
This was a very interesting
Yeah.
show. Like I love just sitting back and listening and seeing all the awesome stuff you had to show off. So we love the chat. But
Yeah,
sometimes we're just focused in on the guest so
yeah.
hard.
That's that. Lauren wasn't on here. I had one for this. I had a sort of. I guess it'd be considered it's probably a comedy more than it is a horror western. But this was Billy the Kid versus Dracula.
Oh shit.
I think it's about the only thing that I pulled out that would qualifies a horror western.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, but I bet he knew a whole lot. It'd be very interesting.
It
Let's
would be.
see
We have
here.
to
I'm
make
trying to
sure
see where we're
we can
at.
redo the advertisement poster and just have us all zombified.
Yeah.
Yeah. That show would definitely just be me watching because I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We've had a pretty decent crowd on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the more Gino was going on, and I was learning about all the the old awesome westerns. I'm looking over at the stack I pulled. I'm like, man, these are all just like everybody owns these westerns, and it's just sad. I got like Tombstone, Young Guns, and The Quick and the Dead, Unforgiven. I did pull Blazing Saddles, so that came up once tonight. I feel good about that.
I have a lot of 50s and up and some 40s that drop into the 40s, but like when you go back to the silence and stuff, I don't have as many.
Yeah.
I don't have as many from the 30s. Before I've had very few 30s and lesser 40s. My Western knowledge is more 50s and up, and that's why I like hearing from them. Hearing from somebody like him, and Mike knows a hell of a lot more. He's definitely a Western expert compared to me. I like everything, and I don't really like here in the last several years. I haven't watched hardly any Western, so it's just like I kind of got burned out. I really burned out on everything. So, but I had a lot of pull. I had a ton pulled. A lot of really great movie stuff pulled. But this is like one of my favorites here. It's Winchester 73. As far as
Oh wow.
yeah, that's the 4K it just came out, but it's James Stewart. But it's also directed by Anthony Mann, which also directed another one of my favorites here too. It's the man from Laramie is another great Western. This is I grabbed it rather, even though you can't read it because it's the Spanish release ahead of it. El Hombre de Laramie.
That's funny. Yeah, that last one being a Criterion reminded me that I wasn't really into Criterion like at all. I think I had like 2 titles until I went to that big ass used store. I know I've told this story before where somebody just dumped all their Criterion. So it sucked me in. I bought like so many titles, but there were a lot of old Westerns Criterion there. I remember that, but I didn't grab any because I was just like, I'm just not familiar with this at all.
Yeah. It's you get into them, and then you kind of you when you get into them, you really get into them because there's some great, but there's so many. There's some really great movies, but there's so many westerns. They made westerns by far, I think, the most of any genre that's ever been made. As far as
I'm sure.
Pacific, I'm sure you could say, well, there's more drama has been made, but yeah, but that's I don't know if you consider that under the same thing. The same you consider a drama because there could be drama western. I'm getting at.
Yeah.
This is another movie that I pulled these. I'm just going to start showing. I'm sorry, and I'll try to get over here to the chat as well. But this is one that's not really a western, but it takes place with. I think they're bullfighters. I haven't watched this in a while. Not bullfighters, but they have a rodeo. But this is what I remember. It's really good. But this is the Misfits. This is Clark Gable, Marilyn Monroe, and Montgomery Clift. This is a really good movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a good one. Real good Marilyn Monroe movie. And it's got a great cast, Clark Gable, Montgomery Clift. So yeah. Let me go over here. I apologize to the people, everybody watching. I keep saying I did that before. I said I'm gonna go to the chat, and then I end up talking about something else. The Frank O'Neill version, the original, the viewer doesn't know he has a Gatling gun in the coffin, but what moment when he finally merged? Okay, yeah.
Nice.
I remember that scene in it. Yep, exactly. Because I did pull that Django set that came out. I don't know if this is multiple movies or just the first Django. I can't remember, but I did get that Arrow release.
Oh yeah,
that Django.
Yeah, I've got that too.
Yeah, I think it's just one. I thought it was multiple. Maybe I have another set that has some of the other ones.
I think there is one with multiple in it. Hell, I think I might have it honestly, but
I have either a DVD set that has some of them on it for sure. But yeah, I understand what you're talking about now. Spirit of Doom. Let's see. Did you like the Billy the Kid depiction in Bill and Ted? That's fine. I mean,
it was all right, but I mean, I'm a big Young Guns fan, so I was always down with that depiction.
I like. I didn't pull that. I forgot to pull that movie because I have that special box set of it. But Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. That's another Sam Peckinpah movie that's really good.
Oh, nice.
You got I can't think of his name off the top. Who played who in Blade? What was you remember Blade's
Wesley Snipes
sidekick?
Oh yeah, it's
not a sidekick. He's like the scientist guy that helps him. Yeah, it's
I
can't think of his name off the top of my head.
I could see his face. He's a musician too.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on that?
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat, please help. We're both stroking out over here.
Chris Christopherson.
There it is.
Yeah. Finally, yeah. Yeah, I like that depiction. That's a really good movie. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Yeah. Make the birds burbs. Oh, but had you heard that? Had you heard
haven't.
That? Yeah, I've seen it. It's already been filmed. Somebody was showing like the clips of it. I didn't want to say. I hate doing this because they don't really matter if it's good. It don't matter. But it's like a black. It's a black woman in the part of the Tom Hanks.
Oh, so they flipped everything.
It didn't seem like they're playing it up like like the big bad in the show is like there's a bunch of white people, like racist white people around him. There's still like a murderer next door, thing. It's still like kind of the same thing. So it doesn't look like it'll. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. It just looked. It looked like they were just. It was too much of a ripoff.
I could see the idea being able to be like spaced out into episodes, maybe, but why? Like, why even do it?
Well, I mean, it's probably a 90-minute movie at best.
Yeah.
Original, and like, how are you going to make that into anything more than like just like 5 or 6? I mean, it's stupid. Like, why? They're just ruining everything. They're making something else. I heard the other day. I can't remember what it was. It's always some freaking remake. Have you gone to William S. Hart Park? Some of the Hart Western film there. Okay, no, I haven't.
No, I have not.
I'm sorry. That's probably for Gino. I apologize. Gino left. He kind of jumped out a little early too. I was going to try to go through these, but that's no problem. He had a legit reason. His battery.
Yeah, he had to switch to his phone because his computers wasn't working.
Yeah.
But he did come in good once he switched to that phone. So I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, I was trying to see what else I have.
Somebody in the chat over here. Somebody in the chat mentioned the movie that Mike was trying to come up with. It's called Good, Bad, and Weird. I have seen that. Weird.
Seems like I've heard of that actually after you say that, but I haven't seen it.
I couldn't think of the name of it either. I was like, I know what he's talking about.
This is another great Western. This is My Darling Clementine. It's hard to see the title on it, but this is like a
cover.
Yeah, it's a Henry Fonda movie. It's a John Ford. I'm sorry, I should have known that off the top of my head. It's a John Ford movie. But Henry Fonda. But it's I think it's another telling of the basically Tombstone type It's the OK Corral story, but
Gotcha.
it's got kind of a love story tied into it a little more closely. So it's another, but it's really good. It's a really good movie. This one's good, but some of these I watch and I've only seen one time, so I can't really remember what the movie. I remember if it's good or not, but I can't really remember everything that goes on. This is a good one. This is called Destry Rides Again. This is
cool.
It's Marlena Dietrich and James Stewart. Who directed this? I can't. Sorry, my glasses. I can't see. I have to get the main.
Yeah.
It's probably somebody I should have known. No, George Marshall. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's another good one. It better be on Criterion, but that's not always the case with Criterion. Sometimes they'll sneak in a bad one every now and then. Let's see, top 5 Westerns. I don't like doing that too much because I haven't seen near as many as Mike or
yeah. And kind of like the stack that I pulled. Mine would probably be the stack I pulled. Honestly, I just got to put them in some sort of order.
Like what I'm showing you, you can consider some of those in the top 5. You know, I don't know. I just top 5 Randolph. Oh, I seen that one earlier. Top 5 Randolph Scott movies. I don't know. It's just like I mentioned. I talked about those earlier. It's at least 3 of them are in that set. The renowned, which I have this on. I have this 4K. They're the Renowned Westerns, which are the Bud Bedecker and Randolph Scott. Randolph Scott. But all these movies are really good. But I also have that other that's not Imprint, is it? I can't remember there's another film company. I'm sorry, I have it over here somewhere, but there's another company that put it out as well beforehand, just a Blu-ray. But this is a very nice looking set, though. Yeah. But yeah, the movies in here were The Tall T. I think there's 6 of them. I keep thinking there's just 3. Yeah. The Tall T, Decision at Sundown, Buchanan Ride the Lonesome, and Comanche Station. Yeah. I always call these, and that's exactly what these movies are. I call them old man westerns. I don't know what the official title of them. I call them old man westerns. It's just like another Randolph Scott movie I mentioned earlier, Ride the High Country, is the same way. It's an old man. It's two old men that kind of they end up rescuing a woman. I talked about that last week, I believe. But it's a really good, really excellent movie. It's a Sam Peckinpah movie as well, Ride the High Country. But Bud Bedecker was great. He mostly was known for making B movies, but he made B movies at the quality and I guess far less of a budget that, you know, they would rival like A movie quality. You know, they were that well made. You know, he was that good of a director. And there's another movie that I was going to pull, then I forgot to pull it, but it's not a Western at all. It's not a Western. I wouldn't consider it like a kind of a contemporary Western, but it's got Robert Stack, as a young man, Robert Stack. It came out in like 1951, I believe 50, but it's called The Bullfighter and the Lady. And the reason I was thinking about that is when I was rewatching the 4K of Kill Bill in Kill Bill 2 at the very beginning, it's when they're doing when Bill you finally find out it's David Carradine playing Bill, or at least you first see him in the movie, and they're outside the church, and you have that like really almost washed out black and white scene between them. It reminds me that movie, like Bullfighter and the Lady, it takes place in, I think they filmed it in Mexico, at least filmed it in Southern California, where it's like really desert light. You know, it's really, really sunny and really bright, but it's like there's something I find extremely beautiful about black and white movies shot in like these oversaturated, where it's almost hard. It's almost so bright, it's almost impossible to get the right film combination, the right lens combination in a camera to and it's just like really oversaturated because everything is it's very like, like a desert or something. It's very white and everything. It makes everything really white and very like, it's just beautifully shot, and it's black and white, and it's in it's a 4:3 aspect, so it's like square and black and
Wow.
white. It's some of the one of the most beautifully shot movies I've seen. It's incredible, at least for a lower budget movie.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that scene in Kill Bill. That's definitely when I saw it recently on the big screen, I was like, shit. That was
Yeah, I didn't
the way
see
they
that.
filmed.
Are they going to release that, Mike? That whole saga? Is there anything added to that, or is it just shoved together?
On the whole bloody affair.
Yeah.
There's stuff actually. Some things I think he removed. Well, he kind of removed like the ending of part 1 that kind of was like a, like a basically like a this is going to be continued sort of speech.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's gone. The anime portion where they tell the backstory of what's her face? I forget her
Oh,
name.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, when they tell her backstory, that artist like actually did like an extra. I think it's like 7 minutes of
Oh, yeah.
animation, and he did it for nothing. Like he did it for just like shits and giggles. He was just like, I want to tell more of the story. So that part's longer.
That's considerably a lot in an anime.
It was a lot. I really want to say it was 7. It might be 4. Shit, but either way, it's a lot more, and but I mean, it went together good. I really enjoyed it. But you can definitely. Somebody said this before I saw it. I think as I was heading there, they were like, you can definitely tell like how much slower part 2 is than part 1 when they're smushed together like this. Because like you're just
Yeah.
lots of build, and then it's kind of takes a break, and it's like, yeah, you can. So, but that might have just been put in my head from the guy that said that to me. I might have not even noticed it if I hadn't had that in my brain.
Yeah. I remember a long time ago after it came out, maybe I was talking to somebody, you'll talk to somebody that's some weird, somebody has a weird take on something, it's just, it don't make sense, in an artistic standpoint. They say, yeah, I think he's going to re-release a different cut where the fight scenes in color, with the, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of artistic licensing to do it in black and white. And
Yeah.
it might have been it may had to be in black and white because there was so much blood. It might have had to be there, not to keep it in an R rating, because there's a lot of amputations and a lot of,
Oh,
and
right.
it might have had to be like that. But I think it was still more artistic. He just wanted to have the black and white look to it, which is really cool. Yeah.
I think that was in color this time.
Was it?
The whole
I'm
fight
talking,
scene.
the fight, the fight with the Crazy 88 and the
Yeah, it was in color this time.
Oh, maybe it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but maybe they can have it, if it's unrated.
Because
or
technically
something.
this was not rated. So
Okay, yeah.
but yeah, I think a fellow podcaster and social media guy, he does Jake does a podcast called what is it called? It's boutiques, something about boutiques. I'm blanking right now. I apologize, Jake. But he actually just this last week interviewed I think he's like the head designer at Lionsgate Limited.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of dove in on them doing a pretty nice addition for the whole bloody affair. It's not going to be a steelbook, which kind of is upsetting for me. But it's going to be, I'm kind of hoping we're going to get like a Lionsgate Limited. That's going to be a really, really cool, unique packaging is what he was kind of talking about. But I'm also kind of hoping we do get a Lionsgate steelbook on the side that's probably available like on Amazon or whatever. But the one thing he was saying that they were kind of like in the middle of right now is figuring out fitting the whole movie on one disc or if they're going to have to separate it into 2 discs. I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up because I didn't see that in the theater. I would have watched that. I just didn't realize it's happening.
It was cool. I definitely had to track down the closest theater with reclining seats because I could not have made that just in your standard theater chairs.
Let me jump through these real quick here. It's no longer they're making reboots in Westerns, but you for are making reboot of High Noon, you will all be well compensated for it as much. Who do you cast for each role?
See, this is Stacy again. She's wild with her questions. I love it.
Yeah, I actually High Noon's over there. I didn't pull it out though. I had pulled so much I didn't pull that one. But yeah, I don't know.
See, Stacy, we need to have you on the show, and what we just need to do is just do a roundhouse. You just come up with these questions, and when all of us are able to be here, we'll put you in the middle with us 4 around you. You just throw out these crazy ass questions that I love that you ask all the time, and we'll just do a roundhouse answer.
Who do you as 4 producers of High Noon main roles? Remember, the producers' fee will be astronomical. I love these questions. I'm sorry I can't answer them, man. Well, I mean, I can give you some goofy shit answer, but I mean, I don't know if that's what you want to hear or not. You know, maybe, maybe we should do that. I mean, you know,
I think it'd be fun. I mean, if Stacy wants to be on the show, cool. If you just want to be in the chat one day, we'll just make it a Stacy's Got Questions show. Stacy's Got Questions. Because she was here. She was here on the show with just me and Lauren, and she was blowing us up. We were laughing our ass off.
Yeah,
it's good times. Here's one of my. Here, talk about goofy ass shit. Here's one of my top 5.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling she was going to cancel at the last minute tonight. I just knew it.
She's pushing it, wasn't she?
Well, with the content, I had a feeling.
Yeah, I know she probably didn't have much West. She would have been like me. It would have been an educational show.
Yeah.
Here's one I'll show off just because I love this steelbook so much, and it would be in one of my top 5 just because it makes me laugh. But here's Three Amigos. Why don't we talk about that tonight, guys?
Yeah, that's a nice steelbook.
It's cool because the bullet holes are embossed, their belt buckles, guns, their scarves, the emblems on their hats.
Who released that? Was that some kind of official release, or was that like
this? This was a UK. This was an old Blu-ray release that they did in the UK, and Zavvi had it. It was back when Zavvi was doing crazy exclusive steelbooks. And I had to track this one down back in the day because I definitely missed it when it came out. But I mean, we haven't gotten a good Three Amigos since this. Yeah. But we'll never get one with this much freaking embossed and just I love the backs, just the name, but even the bullets again are embossed.
It's kind of weird though. No offense, it's not a great movie.
Oh, come on.
It just didn't. It kind of
nobody said it was great.
It's one of those movies that I built up in my head before seeing it. It's probably one I had to rent as a kid that I just didn't see in the theater. And I think it got built up and then it just was kind of a letdown after renting it. You know, trying to think of other movies. That might be actually a good video to do. Movies that were letdowns as
letdown films. Yeah.
Men of the West, Stacy. Sorry, I sometimes I just start clicking, don't realize they're just comments between people in the chat.
Need to see Gino Sunset in a Western movie. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's got the passion enough to do it. So he definitely was listing off a lot of things on his plate that he's working on, and it sounds exciting. Honestly, I'd love to have him finish some of those projects and come back on.
If you want a new Man for Snowy River, or just the new special edition of that. Do you want Tom Selleck for Quigley Down Under commentary? Why not happen yet? I don't know if she's talking to people. Is she talking to people in the chat? Am I just missing something? Because I apologize. Sorry if anybody's jumping in right now. We're kind of on our downward ramp to the end of the show.
Yeah, we're on our downward spiral. Lauren didn't make it in.
Our guest is gone, and Mike had to leave early because his wife had car trouble.
Mike had to ditch us. Gino's phone was dying. It's been a fun night, but hey, we got an hour. It was like hour and a half with our guest, which is awesome.
Let's see, new Western selling at EFM called Blood Jerky. Blood Jerky might go to Lionsgate. A Civil War vet joins Pinkertons, then robs a bank and starts as a city in starts in the city. It sounds pretty cool, actually.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. No, that sounds cool. Kind of sounds like a. Oh, that's another. Yeah, that's another movie I didn't pull. It's really good. It's a Jesse James movie. The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert
Yeah, the
Ford.
longest movie title ever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good movie. Yeah. You're for all on horses. How does that go? Can that be arranged and filmed?
John's really good with the AI. We can make this happen.
Yeah, we can AI it now. Yeah, you're good too. You did a good job. What were you talking about? And I don't know if that's something you want to talk about here. You made a comment on there. I thought you made another video or something when you're talking. You left a comment earlier on Instagram. May not be something you want to talk about here. Yeah, you left something. I didn't really understand it. Well, I understood what you said, but I didn't understand what.
Oh, the promo video?
Yeah. Was that just you talking about doing that again? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, it may not have gone through. I think that happened when my phone was getting all wigged out. Yeah, I just did another little like quick little. I ended up posting.
I thought you'd made something new and you'd uploaded.
No.
Already.
I just I like taking the pictures that you make and just kind of do, and then add in the theme song and stuff to it.
I didn't make. I made a new one just to trying to make a new one. That was no disrespect because yours was fine. I just made a different one to put on TikTok. I wanted to try the editing system. And try to get stuff. So I made a different one. It was basically exactly the same. The music was the same and everything, except I wanted to try out the logo. I can't figure out how to get where to select the moving text, the stuff where you can get text to flash up.
They keep moving.
I know I figured out all this. I can figure it out. I just hadn't fooled with it enough.
The majority of the time, I end up editing my stuff on a different app and just uploading it over there because their editor, I'm sure, is fine. And once you know what you're doing, you can do it. But I've figured out other editors a lot faster, so I just use them.
Well, I have one I use on my computer, but then sometimes it's easier to use one on there. But yeah, I can do that. It has a lot of stuff loaded, but sometimes I don't feel like doing that on there. But yeah, I just wanted to try something else out on there and try it out. I hate to say, I kind of like. I mean, I don't like TikTok, and just for other reasons, but I like it because it just seems like it's where everybody is.
Yeah.
As far as movie collectors and stuff, I've had a hell of a lot of engagement already over nothing. I appreciate you posting I need to repost some of your videos. I'm sorry. How do you repost a video on there? Where do you hit to repost it? I don't know exactly because Charlie's reposted a couple when I've been intending on paying him back for doing that, and I appreciate it. Now, you know what happened? That's actually the Kill Bill video I think should be doing real good, but it's not because it didn't get posted at the correct time. You know what was going on? I'm sorry, everybody, I'm talking about production stuff, but well, when I uploaded it, there was no problems with it, but it was showing in privacy settings. That was showing everyone. It was showing it should be posting to everyone. So eventually I downloaded the TikTok Studio.
Yeah.
And eventually noticed in TikTok Studio, I didn't pay attention for a while, but like under where it was posted, it was saying that it was like private. It was just to me. It was like it was. So I was like, is it seriously, is something wrong? So I went back into where the video was, and I clicked the buttons back and forth a couple of times and clicked it back up to everyone, and it fixed itself and it posted.
Oh, wow.
That was all was wrong with it. It's stupid.
Yeah, that last one I did got flagged for. I kind of explained it to you on our messages for, I guess, because they thought I was promoting something and I didn't notate that, because I guess now you have to you got to be up front if you're promoting something. And I was like, no, I'm just showing some shit off, y'all. I don't know what the problem is. I'm doing the same thing everybody else on this app's doing. But
that's weird.
But hey, speaking, I mean, we're at the end of the show. You
Okay.
should definitely promote this new TikTok venture that you're doing. Let's get it out there. John's on TikTok, y'all.
Yeah. I apologize, everybody, if I didn't get to your comments. You guys, next week I'll do better. It's been one thing after another. Not as far as talking about stuff and everything. I appreciate everybody's comments and everything that come see us and gives us views on our videos and things like that. This is the only thing that, in terms of what I do, is I can't really figure out how to. I mean, obviously, I watch other shows, but I just can't figure out how to get the cadence of doing, because our audience keeps growing and we get more and more chats each week, and trying to manage it. When you go from not having but 3-4 chats a night to getting like 50, and 100, it's hard to manage. And I want to, I want to, for us to either display or answer everybody's questions. So it gets difficult sometimes. And I apologize if we didn't get to it's no disrespect to anybody. We appreciate everybody stopping by. And
now we can make it like a time punch. Like every 15 minutes, we go to the chat and see what's up. We'll come up with we'll come up with a good system. We're working through it. This is like our second show where we did like a theme. So that was fun. And we'll come up with a new thing for next week. Hopefully Lauren will be able to make it. Hopefully Mike can come back in. If anyone out there in the chat, just like Gino, just hit us up on Instagram, and you can be more than welcome to be one of our guests one day. But yeah, John, go ahead, talk about promote yourself real quick, because John's on TikTok.
Well, I'm Bewitched Collector everywhere now. That's just I'm just Bewitched Collector on YouTube,
making
and
life simple.
TikTok and Instagram. It's a lot easier. You're probably gonna, in the future, just find me mostly on TikTok and Instagram, and then the live stream will be on here. I'll try to make some videos here and there. I don't know. The engagement on YouTube is just not as, I don't know. It's just not as good for this type of format. That's what we're doing. Because most of the stuff you just really want to show off. You want to review like one movie, and it doesn't have to be like an hour long. It's just not a long, YouTube's better to me for long term.
Yeah.
Because their YouTube Shorts is just not, it's not as catchy as it is on TikTok. So yeah, Bewitched Collector pretty much everywhere.
Nice. And I'm Stills Raising 4Ks pretty much everywhere. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, being more active across the board. So that's exciting. I guess I'll have some more videos. I'm working on a video for one right now that I'm excited about. I've just got to wait for one more edition to come in the mail. So it's a complete collection video. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully next week's show, I can talk about that, and it'll be ready to go. But yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday, hopefully with the whole gang, and we'll come up with a new topic. Be watching Instagram for the pre-show post about what the topic's going to be, and we'll be back. We'll be back next week. It was fun. Big thanks to Gino again. You're a good man, sir. We appreciate you stopping by. We'll definitely have you back on again. This was good times. And of course, Mike will be back, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you later. Bring this